welcome back to my channel. Thank you for everyone who's following me that's new. The topic is going to be, what is their karma, but also what was the lesson that you were learning through this? So what was your karmic lesson? I'm going to start, obviously, with what is the karma for them, and then at the end, if you don't want to watch that part, maybe you know the lesson or don't care to, you can skip it. So if you're new, welcome. My name is Viviana. I am a human trafficking survivor who has turned to tarot for my own spiritual growth, reconnecting to my indigenous roots, as well as my intuition with tarot and my gift, hereditary through my grandmother. So I really enjoy what I do, and if you check out my Instagram, I'm also really passionate about different causes, considering what I've been through in my life, but amplifying things that are very different for me as well. So if you want to check that out, it's a good community for social causes as well as tarot and everything mystical. So let's get started. If you'd like a reading, you can email me at vivianatarot@gmail.com, and all that information is below, or you can DM me at Viviana Tarot, and that will be below as well. So here are the three piles. We've got pile number 1, which is this red ruby here. Pile number 2, which is this blue. Pile number 3, which is this yellow gold ruby. They're actually earring centers, but anyways. So take a deep breath, clear, pick quickly, or do whatever one you feel drawn to first. So if you picked pile number 1, the red ruby, here's what's going on with the situation that's on your mind, or maybe a random one to see what's going on with that. So what I'm feeling is that there is a corruption. There's a situation where you've worked really hard to get to where you are in terms of job or in terms of your life or relationship, and you feel like someone has been corrupt towards you. I feel like this person is a fire sign. They may have been someone who is in a position of authority at work. They've weaponized your mental health, depression against you, that you walked away from a job here, I'm seeing, or it could be a relationship, but what I'm seeing is more of an employment situation here, work. You try to stand up for yourself, but I feel as though they did not see you for how much you put into your work. So it wasn't taken seriously, and there was a lot that you didn't know about the situation. So there wasn't as much, there's so much more in depth that was going on behind the scenes that you weren't seeing. So there was only so much that you could say, but if you'd known more, which isn't your fault. So it left you feeling hopeless because you worked so hard through grit and honesty for the most part. Well, not for the most part, but you feel like you didn't have this thing, and it all boiled down to nepotism. Family situation also with them could have something to do with them turning your family against you, or it's being a family business, and they bullied you because of your potential. They were threatened by. They took advantage of your vulnerability or your willingness to share ideas that you had. This person is very moody, and they may have used substances a lot and lashed out at you at work and bullied you a lot. It's very humiliating. You just felt like there was not a foundation there to grow anymore. You put in like 7 years here, I feel like. Yeah, just a lot of smoke and mirrors, and just not, you're very creative, very connected, I feel like, to your sacral chakra right here with your yellow, shirt here. Very creative, but also very emotional, they were emotionally very, very mature, this person, because it wasn't something that was there what they love to do. So they misused funds. You might have spoke up about that corruption there as well. So, in terms of the situation now, what's their karma? So if there's any type of, the business may go bankrupt. I'm seeing something with an inheritance or money that was given to them within a trust. We've got the 6, the 9 of Swords here. But I'm seeing the number 6 as well. And look at all these swords. I see a lawsuit. I see libel, lawsuits, or within the family. Something really going under, more corruption being exposed that you were just at the tip of. And that's why they may have fired you, or there was a lot of bullying because you were on to kind of what they were doing there. And they knew that you might say something. Yeah, there was a lot of corruption here. Got the Justice card here. So I'm seeing justice coming to some of embezzlements here. But there is corruption, even within the justice system. So I do feel like, because I feel like, this person's quite powerful. So I do feel like it's something within their home life as well, and their family situation. It's also going to be kind of rocked. I feel like you were a big part of creativity within them, and then they took advantage of it, and they're treating you like maybe someone, they ushered some new person in. You had a lot of intuitiveness towards you. You had a lot of intuitiveness and creativity. They loved that about you, but they hated that about you. They brought someone else in to sort of replace you, or make you feel like threatened, but you weren't threatened by that. You were wearing your intuition, you had your spirit guides around you, and there was people looking at you badly. But I feel like if you're not in a situation yet, 6 to 9 days to months, I see something coming towards you in terms of an opportunity, and people really seeing how you're dealing with this so gracefully and not engaging in a bitter fight. Maybe they're attacking your reputation. I just see that within, I'm hearing closer to November, there's just going to be this whole complete breakdown of their reputation. It's going to take a while with the situation, but it's because of their own discontent and entitlement that they've had with this being a family business. And I feel like that's just going to continue in terms of the stability, because they don't have your ideas anymore. I see you coming towards more rest, spiritual union, coming towards someone who may really be able to help you. It's a relationship, seeing a Libra. I feel like this situation was to show you that you can break out of the patterns of how you used to work and how you pulled so much weight for other people. And maybe you blamed yourself so much but didn't realize that you were closer to knowing something about what was going on with a lot of things, relationships and situations in your life. And this really pushed you to kind of speak up and leave. And you left a lot faster. If you didn't know, some of you didn't really know why it was so quick for you to get out of the situation before having any concrete information about what's going on. But it's because of also past lives that you have dealt with. And there's karma within this family from past lives as well. I see this as opening your heart chakra to love. Maybe you've buried a lot of time and work and money, or your purpose, which is nothing wrong with that. But now you're coming to heal your heart chakra and kind of reconnect with someone, or come into union with Libra, Gemini. I'm feeling, could be a water sign, Scorpio, and take things easier and not burn yourself out and stress yourself out too much. Some of you might have undiagnosed ADHD or a learning disability or something that's really hindering you, and you're realizing that it's not because of a character default or because you're not good at what you do. It's because you've had this and it hasn't been recognized before. and you didn't get it, or something within trauma or some type of thing that is blocking you that you thought and people blamed and treated you badly about when it wasn't your fault and it was just they didn't understand or they didn't want to be accommodating. So I feel like overall the karma and the reason why so I feel like the biggest reason why you learned the situation, like you went through the situation, is to create more of a balanced life. And then we have the beautiful purple here again, which is showing us that, your intuition has guided you well and to continue listening to it. And I believe this is also another lesson and step towards gaining more trusting of yourself and seeing how life flows and having that patience. Knowing that you can live your dream life and that there's options out there for you as well. So I hope that resonated for you. If you liked it, please leave me a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know what pile you picked, how it resonated, and thank you so much for watching. Ciao. So, if you picked pile number 2, the blue ruby, here is your reading. First card we have is Temperance reversed. So this is a fire energy, very similar to pile number 1 with the fire energies here. So there was an imbalance here. I feel like this is a love situation with a Sagittarius or a fire sign, definitely here. Someone was very defensive and lashed out at you about something. You wanted to bring peace to a situation. This person caused a lot of confusion and hostility, and it hurt you because they had been vulnerable to you before. But this time, they had said something along the lines of they're getting rid of vices and you're a big part of this toxicity and drama, and they were blaming you. When really, it was kind of like the other way around. Whether you knew it or not, you were seeing how unhappy you were, and you were realizing that there was options that were being out there for you that would be maybe more emotionally fulfilling, and there was people noticing you for your abilities, for your passions, without having to be temperamental. Like your partner might have been like very argumentative, and it might have been something where it was kind of ruining your reputation at this point with people in terms of losing friendships and business deals or networking, and because people didn't want to be surrounded by this fighting. And you're so much of I'm seeing blue, like you picked blue, and blue's been what I've been drawn to. There's this peace that you want to bring, but this other person is just volatile and they're projecting this devil kind of tower energy onto you. So in terms of karma here, what is going on with karma for pile number 2? This particular person, I'm seeing the letter S. Person's name might be Steve, something like that. Okay. So I do believe that part of what's going on is that they're going to realize, or they've realized, that you were someone who was very emotionally there for them. They're going to be left out in the cold. I feel like them being very spiritually kind of demoralized, feeling someone in their life is very disappointed. I feel like a mother situation, they're going to have to go back live with their mother or something, or an aunt figure. Someone is very disappointed with them, and this person is very abusive towards them. Just someone who's been very critical, and they're going to have to move with that person. They might have learned a lot of their verbal jabs from them, which is sad, but at the same time, it doesn't excuse abuse. Major information is being withheld for them, or will be withheld for them. They'll be really infantilized by the situation and lose a lot of freedom that they kind of may be restricted from you or tried to control you. They won't be able to communicate things with this person. It'll be non-negotiable. Yeah, their power and their strength, if they're into power and their strength, they've misused it. They're very much going to have that depleted because they didn't use it well. They were given a lot of strength physically, and lots of changes were happening for them, but they weren't changing who they were. violent. Trigger warning. So some of them, they may have been violent towards you. And things did not go, they did not change. There was no justice within the situation. They're threatened by your light, and a lot of people around you were as well. You went into this situation very open-minded. You felt very connected to this person. There's a spirit guide around you. White horse, possibly. But spirit guide of a horse, white horse, that really is around you. Side note, or maybe very important, actually, that wants to guide you. And sometimes, you know, so the white horse too, you know, here, wants to guide you in a way also. So maybe this might be a Scorpio. Black horse, white horse, there is definitely a reason for that, and there's a pattern that you might know. But the white horse is representing you. This is representing someone else. In terms of emotions, financially be very stunted. Completion for them, you know, they're not going to have that completion. They don't have a sense of identity. They're not really sure who they are. And I don't feel like someone like you will come along for them. I've also seen their family situation, their friend situation not being the best. I see them learning to be a little bit empathetic. This is one of the piles where I do feel like there's a strong trauma correlation to this, and alcohol addiction that was numbing things, but there was learned behaviors. But this person wanting to work towards being better. They were very inspired by you, because they were chasing, it was almost like they're chasing waterfalls. They felt like you were chasing waterfalls, but it was mostly their bad experiences in their childhood that they projected onto you, and they bullied you within that situation. So their karma is going to be that they're going to get very similar. I see them maybe trying to branch out and make friends, and they're kind of going to build up their self-esteem. Things will kind of go better, but when they go out there, they won't see anything reflected back to them. They will be the odd one out, and they may come more to a realization. I feel like they're going to have a lot of dreams of you as well in romantic ways. They're going to feel very split, confused, frustrated with themselves, because they've realized that you brought them a lot of stability, foundation. You were the one for them. They're seeing this real... But they also sought attention from other people. There might have been infidelity as well here, where they wanted to see someone else. And because they couldn't see the inner peace within themselves, so they're getting attention from other people. I see that attention completely waning, and someone poking fun at them in a way that's very insecure to them, and will really make them, it will humble them, but it will hurt them for a while. It will take them a while for them to learn the lesson. So your lessons and your blessings, let's see what's going on. Pile number 1 might be something you'd be interested in seeing as well. I see peace coming towards you, and I feel like your desire for peace is overcoming the desire to be in a relationship or in love or with someone. They might have been a past person. They may come back into your life. I feel like this is the more innocent pile here. You're more into nurturing yourself now. And I think you realize and you see this person as not as powerful as they made themselves seem. And that you had a lot more power than you thought, but it was hard to see because you were blinded at the time. But you weren't connected to yourself, but now you're connecting to yourself more. I don't even know if I see you going back, but I see something very creative coming towards you. I see a lot of peace. I feel like there's lavender here, and people will really recognize that peace within you. You may get apologies from mutual friends or people that were initially on that person's side, or you may see them get called out as well. You know, in front of you, you may have be able to see them get called out and look really stupid when they were like maybe a big flying monkey and really were against you as well, and you were very hurt. you know, that they quickly took the side without even considering your side, and you were close to them, but maybe they were more their friend, but they didn't even consider you at all, and you felt really betrayed by that because you felt closest to that person. So I feel like for you, that lesson is kind of, you know, karmic theory, blue again, to protect yourself, to have those boundaries and allow people to come into your peace and not be, I know this is kind of like a quote, but it's coming to me, and maybe it sounds kind of cheesy, but, you know, pull people into your peace. Don't let people pull you into their storm, something like that. You know, you're learning those boundaries now. You're protected yourself. Spiritually, I feel like you have a stronger connection to your higher self as well as spirit guides coming in towards you. I feel like also balance is coming towards you, and you seeing that this person is not balanced. They had this portrayal that they had it all together, but you realized you were more balanced than they were when they made you feel like you were the unbalanced one. So that's what I'm seeing for you, pile number 2. I hope it resonates. Leave me a thumbs up if it does. If you'd like to DM me for a reading, always love to hear from you. If you'd like to leave a tip, always appreciate it. There's my PayPal down below. You can email me for a reading as well. Thank you so much. Leave a comment if it resonated and what pile you took. Please be respectful in the comments. And check me out on Instagram if you like. So I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are. Ciao. So if you picked pile number 3, which is the gold here, this is your reading. Something there is about actually stolen jewelry, but also leaving a situation, having to leave a situation, being accused of stealing jewelry or having jewelry being stolen from you. A reputation of you being put on that you are an excessive materialistic person when a lot of it was very good luck. It's not even that. You had a lot of good luck in your life, and I don't know, it's not to blame you, but people are very jealous of that. But I feel like you're always pretty gracious and generous about it. They made you out to be very excessive. What else is going on with this one? This is a harder one to read here. Okay, so the Page of Pentacles here. I feel like people were wanting money from you, or you were trying to help people, and people really bullied you for money from what you won or good luck, but also having determination, and you had balance in the way you managed money and how you kept money, you know. But someone that maybe even a Cancer, someone just very, Cancer or a water sign just feels very entitled to anything you have, and they see you as someone who is not grounded. But you're actually someone who's quite passionate, and I feel like you've done a lot of good with the blessings that you've gotten in your life, and this person is kind of unbalanced. And the reputation was kind of, you feel like they were trying to ruin your reputation. To make you feel like you're an opportunist, that you didn't have peace within yourself. It gave you a lot of anxiety. It gave you a lot of anxiety. So what is their karma here? A Gemini. Possibly a Leo, but I feel like you could be a strong Leo as well here, for you mostly. I feel like you not having money will be paid back to you in double here. You won't have to be, you will be known as someone who can balance things a lot better. Like, look at it. It's like this, and it's on its side, like a balance. People will see you as someone who balances things well, and that you've made things well, and you've done well. And yeah, maybe you've liked to party and have a good time, but there's nothing wrong with that. People will just start to see you as someone like, oh, you're actually a breath of fresh air. You're not what I thought you were, and you're not what people told you were. And this person, is this seeing something maybe about Switzerland here? I feel like someone Moon is not happy. There's someone who's very brash and they're usually like given a lot of praise for their hot takes, but I feel like someone that they're interested in, or even you, something's going to be very misinterpreted, and they're going to be kind of humiliated, and it's going to cut them down on how confident they are with their creative ideas. But I feel a lot of the things they said were very slanderous, very rude, clever, but also just not very, classy, and it did get a lot of attention, got the money, but their manifestation is going to be blocked because they use their attention and their focus in a very bad way. Spirit guide's also telling you to change your focus from this. I feel like this is the pile that probably fears that they won't get karma and there's nothing to be learned from the situation the most. Because you were silenced. This one is kind of all over the place. I do feel like there's a few different scenarios here, but I feel like you did feel silenced, and this person now is going to learn what it's going to feel like for them to be silenced and not be able to manifest as quickly as either. Because someone else is maybe similar to you and they threw you under the bus when really they were like deceivious with the things they did, very deceiving with the things they did, but you will be seen as very balanced actually. And your karma and your lesson within the situation, pile number 3, people will really start validating, and a lot of harmony will come into your life with this person, with other people, with your partner. They may see this other person as actually nefarious and like partying bad ways and not seeing them in a lighthearted way. Someone, if you need to be protected by this person, people maybe step in to help you. Spirit wants to say this person is they're not completing things. They do have issues. To be careful, to be wary of this. There's someone who is going through a hard time, but they put you through a lot. There was a lot of deception, and it was, a lot of toxic energy. But you're going to get the truth, and you're going to allow to speak your truth. And possibilities are going to come to you towards you because of that. And you will be protected. I do feel like you being closer to your intuition as well with the purple, knowing that you have all the things that you need. This person is not in harmony with themselves, and I see you coming closer to that. And if you're coming out of a rut yourself with creativity, I see you coming into a very prosperous time. And this person maybe them realizing that the harmony that you brought to them, there was jealousy there, and that is why some of what they did to you is halting their growth. I don't know how much awareness more than that they will have, but as in terms of remorse, but I do feel like they will at least realize that a bit, if you're wondering. I feel like the overall reason here is developing the self-compassion. I feel like also finding your voice. You will meet people that will inspire you and maybe attract a romantic relationship, and you will discover, and other people will see your brilliance and your sparkle and your uniqueness and what really makes you. The things that people made fun of you, or people didn't, he might have pitted you against, are things that actually make you brilliant, and shine. So thank you so much, pile number 3. Let me know if that resonates. Leave me a thumbs up, leave a comment. You can DM me on Instagram if you'd like a reading, if you'd like to inquire about that. Check out my Instagram. All that information is below. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are. Ciao.